You can see the difference with yesterday because no one is there. I can start my day normally today. I never had a life, so I have to speak, especially for those who can't at the moment. I have to use my voice for those who can't. 5 years ago, I was put in the street with a 4-year-old. And this is why 5 years later, I am talking about scripted traumas, because everything was fake. And apparently this child, I was told it was my son since 4 years. I have every single right to live a normal life, especially knowing now, because he was taken when he was 6. So I know you don't get it, and I am glad that you don't get it, because if you cannot relate to abuse, coercive control, you just don't get it. But hopefully you are going, if you are interested to understand what it is to live in those type of situations, you are going to educate yourself. And maybe if, I don't know, you see this situation around you, maybe you are going to help someone and be like, I think you are in an abusive, coercive control situation. So if you can't relate to abuse, but you want to educate yourself, this show is for you. So let me explain something to you. He left about 30 minutes ago. It is 9:30 p.m. And the moment I heard the door, literally my life, I don't even know how I am staying this calm after what happened to me. And I know some people don't like to hear, but this is a victim. It's not. Trust me, it's not, because you know nothing yet. So yeah, I do not participate in this victim mindset mentality. It's not who I am. These are just facts, and what happened to me, it's mind-blowing, okay? I am like, I do hope no one went through similar situation, because it's not human. For a human being to have to go through this, it is not human. And I am not talking about the pain, trying to be successful. No. I am talking about inhuman, how do you say this? Inhuman things that happened. So yeah, he left, and when I heard the door, I was like, I can live for a bit, I can express myself. This is not normal, especially now that I know who are my real parents. And for some reason, I am trusting God's plan here, but for some reason, try to swallow this pill, and then you are like, okay, God, and what is next? Because I am grateful that you told me that, yes, I was adopted, and this makes so much sense. Finally, I do understand more why I was abused, and these people tried to destroy me my entire life since I was very little. But I am like, what's next? Because I want out. I want my place. You know what? I have so many dreams. I want to do so many things with my life. But at the moment, if you ask me to focus on something, and I just posted a thread to explain that there is so many great, motivational speakers out there. People who have made a lot of money, and obviously when you have someone who has made a lot of money, even though in some cases you should try to verify this information, because there is a lot of con artists on YouTube, but there is legit men, people, women, and these people are very successful and they do know how to make money. So I would recommend, if you are in a normal path and you want to be wealthy, go and listen to these people. But to me, I can, but it's useless, and let me tell you why it is useless. This guy, just an example. I have this guy on my For You page for some reason. I don't know this guy, right? But I am like, seems a great guy. what he's trying to spread seems a great message. It seems to be like, I just want to help people because, well, I know how it works, so let me share my knowledge. Okay, this is just my perspective. The thing is, it is not helping me and people who are living in this type of situations. Why? Let me explain to you why. So, I don't know if you are watching a lot of podcast clips, but there is a question that a lot of successful people sometimes are asking, which is
everyone capable of being an entrepreneur, or should some people just stick to a 9-to-5?
Do you think everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur? Obviously, no.
Most people should stick to a 9-to-5. Being an entrepreneur is really, really tough.
Those people are going to give you an answer, a very logical answer. Most likely, you cannot be lazy.
Tough. You got to have some thick skin. You got to really be able to handle a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of uncertainty.
You have to be very organized.
You know, people try to make it exciting. Running a business it's hard as hell, and not everybody wants to sacrifice the lifestyle requirement to do it. You're giving up a lot. I mean, you're not going to hit all those soccer games on the weekend. You're not going to go to the family picnic. You're going to miss a lot of stuff in your young kids' lives.
Entrepreneur, if you have an ADHD type of brain, kind of not impossible, but you know. Anyways, short answer, it's going to be no. Obviously, not everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur.
I don't think everybody should be an entrepreneur. I actually think only a third of the people can handle what it takes.
To me, it is more a gut feeling, okay? It is more, you know your purpose at some point because your gut knows. If you want to be a singer, your gut knows. If you want to write bestsellers, your gut knows. You can do a lot of things in this life, but you do know, okay? And I do know that I am meant to be an entrepreneur. The reality of my situation is there is so many ways nowadays to get rich. Thing is, the only thing I can do now that I am still in fight or flight, still living with an abuser while dealing with this information that I recently discovered. I was adopted. All of these things that have been done to me, if you go on thread, I have basically documented everything. The no hot water, moving from the place I was 3 months ago to this place. I can't use the shower. So many things happen. He's not doing the groceries anymore. So my brain is like, can I go and get some groceries? And until when? So the only thing my brain is able to do, it's this. It's documenting, it's doing my show, it's growing my podcast. It's making content. If you ask me, and again, I'm going to take this example. If I try to really listen to this guy, I cannot listen to this guy. Why? And I do know that not everyone is going to understand this. I cannot listen to this guy. Why? Because if he's saying learn a skill, I can't learn a skill. I cannot learn a skill. Like, I'm going to take a very basic type of skill, learn how to run a Shopify store. Because if you can do this, it's, you can be very amazed of the results and you can get out. But my brain is in fight or flight. Or when it's not fight or flight, it is a freeze response. So I cannot possibly focus on learning something. Why? Because learning for my brain at the moment, I am still in this environment, feels like a command, feels like an order. And when you have someone who has been monitored, controlled her entire life, I cannot focus on learning a skill. I don't know how to explain, and I do know you don't get it, but at least you can feel it's not an excuse, because I wish I was able to do this and focus. I want to write. I cannot focus because my brain is, my brain is, okay, it's 9:40 p.m. I think he's going to come back at 11.
Being a business owner or attempting to open up a business or leading people in business is the scariest thing imaginable. And people on the outside world think this is some glamorous job where it's really easy, and it's not. Because you're the last person to get paid, you're the first person to show up in the morning, you're the last person to go to bed, and when things aren't right, nobody gets the credit, but you get the blame. You got in business for a reason, because you had something to prove. You got in business for a reason, because you believed in you when other people did not.